Testing, testing, testing. I don't think this is gonna work. Okay, it should work now. And thumbs up for Luffy's adorable smile. Unfortunately, I have to do this in the background or during the commentary because my MacBook or the iMovie Maker is being chopped up again. And I want to give full credit to the maker because I feel ashamed just to reveal the whole thing. I don't want anyone to thinking I'm stealing her content because I am voiceovering it and the audio is muted. So I'll make sure to share the URL of the video in the description because I know people don't even read descriptions except for Dumbo, of course. It is titled Embrace an Asexuality-Focused Animated Short Film by Tasha Merkel. This short is the animation I made grad school thesis. Finding narrating a common asexual experience. So basically, if I could play the video, or at least in the background for my, I really yell on here. Deon, let's see, we supposed to be on people's attention span or just downright terrible. Okay, we're like near like the 110-minute mark. I'm gonna cut up to 5 minutes long and 18 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, I gotta make sure I put this on mute. 5. Basically, it starts up. Okay, you got this gorgeous black woman here that is wearing an orange jacket, having orange earrings, having an adorable orange bow. It kind of represent like AroAce colors in a way. And you have the title Embrace. It represents our flag. I love my flag. Okay, I'm going to explain it after near the end. This is a random boy that she knows and tells her, hey, you want to go out to the park? And she says, sure. And he wants to hold her hand, and he's nervous, and he's sweating, right? And she's just joking around with him. You can tell by her body language, she doesn't really feel fully comfortable because she is just talking about, like, you know, what's going on with her day. And as the sun is setting, he looks at her up and down, like, just curious. She kisses him. But the thing is, she feels a little off in her body, thinking, you know, this boy is cute and all, but this doesn't feel right. And she basically tries to force herself to kiss him, to feeling that connection, but she feels a little disgust. Basically, what you see here is just like a gorgeous, like heavenly background. This is supposed to be the boy that loves her in a way, right? And that's supposed to be his spirit that explodes like a firecracker because he probably got his first kiss. But the thing is, for her though, the feeling is not there. Okay, she feels empty. She doesn't feel like a sensual connection down here, and it just crumbles down to the earth, right? She basically feels that there's no like romantic feeling, and I'm so sorry. I gotta go. You know, I gotta figure something else out. And she left her jacket there. Okay, and then she's walking through the city, feeling empty, and looking up this, like, it says spades? Oh, no, they didn't. I must have read that. Wait, Deon, it's supposed to be, I can't read it. Sparks, right? It's supposed to be like an ad of like a woman and man that love each other, right? And it's not homosexuality, but it's for anyone that's asexual, okay? The cloud, the storm appears and it starts to rain. And she looks at her own reflection by like a cracked like window, right? Everyone is in a relationship and she feels left out. She wants to have that connection, but she doesn't. She feels shattered inside. She feels really, really isolated. Okay? And she's confused. She walks inside of a bookstore. That's supposed to be a bookstore. I'm surprised they got a cracked window. Someone needs to repair that. Happy Pride, right? And there's Cupid's bow, which represents aromantic people. Right? There's lesbians. There's trans, has a cute heart on it. There's ours, understanding asexuality. She basically, this, you know, this feels over the book. Okay, she opens it up to read about how being ace is. And she learns herself more. And how damaged she feels. She sees her own reflection. That, you know what, she's like, let's just call her Anna. Okay, like, Anna, it's okay. You're not broken. You're fine to where you are. Right? Because Anna still feels shattered inside. She feels, imagine there's like blood, but there's no blood, right? And she opens herself. She does her best to accept herself that, Anna, it's okay. Just because you're ace doesn't mean you're broken. You could be a whole person, right? And she basically sees all around that there are other aces similar to her. Just because we're a small number doesn't mean that we're not alone, right? All people, regardless of their ages, you got a couple, you got basically, you know, just people of different ages. She's not the only spade on this earth. And she cries and she hugs herself, right? That like, Deon, it's okay, you're a spade, and there's nothing wrong with being ace. Okay, and it goes white. She opens her jacket up, and that's the asexual flag. And the animation story about Letitia Markel, and also these are lesbians, okay? And she may be homoromantic, right? Maybe she is, because I'm not sure, right? And you can see all the credits here, okay? So please thank the creator for this. Creator as person for film the requirements, right? Oh, Ohio State University. That's pretty awesome. I must have misread that part. And by Letitia Market. Letitia, I thank you so much for sharing this. Excuse me, for animating this. So basically, if I'm looking back up again, because I have this on mute, right? Basically, Anna, she basically has pride that, you know what? I'm ace. I'm an ace at being an ace. And she's not ashamed of it, right? Just because most of us human beings, we reproduce, right? That's life. Just like any other living being, even insects on this planet. Even though there are flowers that do reproduce themselves, right? We can, okay? Doesn't mean that we're always like sex. So like just because we're asexuals doesn't mean that, oh, we cannot basically give birth or we cannot love another person. It's really complicated, right? Because there's a spectrum of being ace. For me, I'm more AroAce. Actually, there's more than that. I might need to do another video if anyone's interested, because I'm not really, well, actually, I found out by, I forgot his name. The one that I mentioned about how that may have schizophrenia, right? I'm actually plantoromantic. So I'm asexual, to make this easier, but I'm in the plantoromantic label, right? Basically, someone that doesn't want to date or just have sex with anyone. I just want friendship, right? That's like AroAce, but like I don't care about sex. You know, I felt pressured to have sex, and also I'm a rape victim. Okay? I get like a really like warm heart or a glow when I befriended someone. Okay? That's like, let's just say that's like more than AroAce. It's like extreme AroAce. I know that sounds weird. Like, I can still feel feelings so like a boy and whatnot, but I just care about friends. Right? That's my definition. But to make this easier, I am ace. Because I know people don't know that we do exist because there's only 1% of us. So if I'm looking back up the images, right? She went to Pride Month. Oh, she basically gave a book to, what's this called? Aaron. Okay, Aaron wants to look up the asexual book. Right? And maybe that's why, actually, thank Prince Solis, one of my viewers on my live streams has shared this with me, that I reacted to. She's a lesbian. But she's ace, right? Because if you want to rewind, please go ahead, okay? Basically, in the background, there's a gay flag. That's supposed to be a gay couple, right? And I'm thinking the right side may be a lesbian right there. And the thing is, Anna, she's on, let's just say, this gorgeous girl's shoulders, right? And I'm guessing they could be a couple wearing gorgeous purple makeup, right, or lipstick. And she's having her asexual outfit. I love it, by the way. She has the end, it's supposed to be a magenta type of color. I'm kind of colorblind, right? I'm sure girls can see way more colors than us boys do, right? And basically, she prefers to be around with women, but she's not into sex. So basically, she is like, I mean, I'm sure he used the word homosexual, right? Even though there was lesbian or gay, right? Either way. But this makes it easier, she's homoromantic, right? Basically someone that basically doesn't like sex, but is attracted to the same sex, like me, for example, right? It's complicated. Even though, I still find boys attractive, but I don't like sex. I'm kind of like sex repulsed, right? I find sex pretty gross, even though I can watch porn, right? And you can have many macro labels of asexuality. It's like if you're basically are mixed, right? You have many like backgrounds of race, right? But your definition is based on the race of your appearance. My race is Chinese, Native American, white, and something else that I basically can't remember at the top of my head, right? It's like, for me, I'm asexual, but I have a crush on Luffy. I do. I love him, right? That's my fictosexual side, okay? And let's just say that I am also aromantic because I don't really feel much romance for another person. I don't. It's not there. Now, I may get curious, but doesn't mean that it kicks in. The feeling is just, it's dead. And this season, I literally broke down in the end of it. This is how, what being asexual feels. I sometimes feel that, Deon, you know, you may feel broken, but you're not. Just because, oh, another gay guy doesn't, he pressures you to have sex. And he may not want to be friends with you. That's his issue. I don't like sex. I just want to be with someone, but like in a friendship way. But maybe find him attractive, right? But it's mostly friendship wise. I just don't want to just have a sexual encounter. Romance, not so much. But like having their company and being sensual of them, like basically touching them. My brother's back because he dropped my our mother off from work just to babysit our grandmother. Um, I apologize for that in the background. If you could, I am gaining interrupted. Sorry about that. Yeah, my brother's back. Okay, so basically, just to explain more about this film, she feels empty, and I guess you could say maybe depressed, even though she just feels guilty because she feels alone. She feels isolated at first because everyone has a partner. She feels that in order to have a partner, you need to have sex, which is prickly correct because you know what? Us aces, we don't need to have sex to be with someone. We don't. Okay? And that's to say for any, like, sexuality for anyone. Well, even though this represents being asexual, like, you shouldn't feel pressured. If you basically want to get to know someone, you shouldn't feel pressured just to sleep with them. Right? But the thing is, for being asexual, so to speak, it means like anti or something, right? It's like without, right? Without sex. That's what asexuality is. Think about Luffy from One Piece. Okay, he's really handsome. I like him a lot. I would not mind being a boy like him on this earth. If that's possible. If he wears a straw hat like that, he stretches, he's kind of tall, and he has a scar, he's kind of slim. My heart would skip a ton. That's my... I would say myself fictosexual, but fictoromantic too. I'm still educating myself more about this. It's when you would not only was to say have sex, well, more like romance. It's fucking difficult to pardon my language. It's a fluffy, difficult term to think about this, right? You would fantasize on yeah, I think it's non-fictional. Wait, no, non-fictional means it's. Oh my god, I could look that up. Wait, non-fiction means not real, right? I hope I got that correct. Luffy's a fictional character. That's what meant on him. But he doesn't exist. Even though there may be a boy that might dress like him, which would be lovely. I'm attracted to that for some odd reason, right? So that's like my aromantic micro sexuality. I'm attracted to Luffy. I would consider myself as Luffy sexual, if that's the thing. That sounds weird. I know. I dislike him. I do. Maybe because he's Brazilian and I had a crush on a Brazilian boy in the past, which I did. So maybe that has to do with it. But I wanted to share this film because I think it's really touching. And I just wanted to say this, if anyone is ace, do not feel guilty for being a spade. Spades are really strong people. We had to endure people that would pressure us just to force, like, sexual encounters on us. And how we just want to be with someone's company without any sex involved. You know, you can still have sex with someone, like if you're demisexual or if you're gray sexual. Nothing wrong with that. But for someone like me, I'm not. I don't think I'm either of those things. At least not that I know of. But the thing is, though, it could fluctuate, right? It could change. Like, I know I'm attracted to boys, but like I know that like you don't like sex. You think this gross and yeah, I didn't find it until way later that I know that I'm an ace. I still find boys attractive, but as I got older, like, well, that feeling is gone. Okay, well, I guess you could go with it, but I didn't know it was a thing. I think because I know in high school, right? I never like I had crushes, but like I don't want sex, right? Maybe because that's when I've discovered like, yep, I like boys, but the thing is, I don't like them. Like, oh, I want to have sex with them. I didn't know about that. Please pardon me for being a little bit confusing, but I wanted to share this because it's really important to talk about it. And I know people probably click off because, well, the film is over. I should have put that in slow motion now because I have to basically. I should have at the end. That's right. You could have put a slow motion. No, I can't. But basically, if I could run back to the beginning of it, right? She's kind of like wearing like AroAce colors in a way, which is kind of funny because in our AroAce flag, there's orange and there's blue, and I forgot the rest of the colors. I don't remember though, unfortunately. So it kind of gives you a vibe of that. And then for the boy, Aaron, that I gave out, he's wearing green, which kind of like represents like aromantic colors, which is kind of funny. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking too hard on this, but I really love this film a lot. And I thought this would be helpful for people that want to discover more about themselves. And what Anna has experienced, right? That's how I experienced. Like, I feel like, oh, I need to kiss a boy, right? Or I guess you could say I was pressured. And I don't know if I liked it or not. I feel like I have to, but I'm not that type of person. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I'm still discovering myself. There's no rush. And I just think this film it's amazing. It really is. So I hope that this may educate any of you that want to know about asexuality. And also, once again, I know this is a little bit weird. Let's just say, like, my connection right now is my apartment. 260. That's our door number. Okay? And think about food right now. That's like another asexual thing. That's something that I'm cherishing up in my mind right now because thanks to that Florida family that ruined my life. I want it back. I'm desperate. I really am. Okay? If anyone's ever curious, I do have a GoFundMe page. I think it's in my description. I'm not sure, though, if you want to donate. Feel like it's too late because someone is living in that apartment. If you're from Phoenix, by the way, feel free to add a hashtag Firebird if you want. Okay? That way I would know. I don't read nor reply to any comments. It's just that something of me is gone. I don't know. I miss my apartment so much. The thing is, for me being asexual, I think about food all the time. I think about my neighborhood that I miss because when I used to go to Dollar Tree, I would always buy ramen noodles. I might get tired. It's like if you're dating someone, right? But with food. Can this be like more of an asexual stereotype? Because we love food. Think about Luffy. He loves food. He loves meat, right? He would go on a date with it. That's how I feel. I don't want to just, have meat from a guy's private. Hell no. Pardon my language. I'd rather have meat from a Polish sausage. Honestly, that would be something that I want to grub on. And in my neighborhood, I would always buy noodles. I would feel happy eating them, right? It's like if I'm dating someone, but with food, right? That's what being asexual is, kinda. Just think about Luffy, okay? Think about Luffy. And if you can pause at the 2:53-minute mark, if you don't want to rewind back, once again, this is supposed to be like a gay section, an LGBT section, right? So to speak. I had trans and queer or at least trans or different. Hell, there should be like a section for lesbian, gay, and bi, and then trans, and then aces, right? We're all different. We're not the same. For me, I'm in the ace side, right? I am part of the LGBT. And I hope I didn't offend for my trans out there because I looked up a video about like gay and trans. There was this black tuber that's really popular that talked about it, right? Like I'm in my own category, right? Like I still am part of the gay community, but at the same time I'm not because being ace, it's like as rare as being trans. We got our own issues. Like we still want to be with someone, but it's hard. It really is, right? It really, really is hard. It actually makes sense. I'm not sure if I'm confusing anyone. I hope to Buddha that I'm not, right? But no matter what, like sexuality or even trans, okay, you can still be ace, if that actually makes sense. So basically, what I post on here is this post, you know, the gay community and being ace and being aromantic, right? If that actually makes sense. And in the aromantic one, it says Cupid's bow. So basically, that's for people that do not want romance. But if you're asexual, you do. I know it's a little complicated, right? But it says I'm both. I'm more ace. I am. Like, I don't like sex. Romance, though, it's a little complicated, right? Because I don't feel like I could be romantic with someone. Like, if I could give it a good example, if a guy would call me, "Hey, babe," I'll just call him a hun, right? But like, I'm not like saying it like in a flirty way because I do not know how to flirt. If you think about, I think his name is Stryker or something from Hell of a Boss. It's like that, right? I do not know how to flirt because I'm pretty much, well, not just asexual, but aromantic, right? I am not the type of person that can flirt. Yeah, we can, but like for me, I don't like the connection. It's just, it doesn't exist for me, right? I don't know how, like, if you're complimenting on someone's body, you will say, "Oh God, his meat looks delicious." If you're talking about like Polish meat, then I agree. But if you talk about down there, then I'm thinking, what are you? Are you like a cannibal? You know, that's how it feels for being like, well, not just asexual, but aromantic. Like, if you're flirting with someone, I don't know how to flirt. I just see you as a, like, I still want to date, but it's more like friendship wise. I don't know. Okay, I'm discovering myself, but this is my own experience. I hope this may educate a handful of people here, and I can't believe I've been talking for over 22 minutes now. I just had to get this out of my system, and I know that I've been posting a ton, and I hope I didn't bore anyone to death. That's why I do have a lot of self-doubt and feeling I'm not good enough. And by the way, I have not slept that much because I've been really depressed to think about my apartment and wanting to eat ramen noodles again. I just want to go on a date with my ramen noodles, honestly, and watching Naruto Shippuden, which I missed, or at least One Piece, and finding out about the Zoro arc. That's something that I want to concentrate and maybe have like a friend over and, you know, talk about what's hard in our day. And I don't know about the cuddling part though. I don't know. I'm not really much of a cuddler, I think. So, everyone's different, okay? It's like, oh yeah, I'm black, but I'm much different than other blacks. And not to mention, I am not the type of person that is masculine that would talk like a black. I don't know how a black person could talk, like "cuh" or "bra" or whatever. Of those are actual things that us blackies would say. I don't talk like that. I don't. If that makes me less black, then you must well see me. I'm less ace just because I still find boys attractive, but no sex, as in no oral, no anal. I just can't see. Anal, that's off limits. Period. Honestly, I'm not into that. And oral, well, no. At least I don't know of. I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. I like to watch porn, but sorry, I'm rambling here. I thank you a ton. If you have listened all the way through, you know, I'm sure not many people are gonna care. That's why my channel's not doing so well because people just dip off of the video. But if you have listened to every single second, feel free to comment spade, all capitalized, or the spade symbol. It would mean a ton. It would do. And that's my ace speech. Ace is a symbol.